Good morning, everybody out there. Hope you're having a good one. It's been a little while since we've live streamed on this channel. Thank you all for staying with me through the process of getting my teeth out and everything. And I've uploaded a lot of shorts recently, and they've done very good. Thank you very much. They've all done in the thousands and so I appreciate everyone checking that out. We gotta change the thumbnail here. Oh, I don't even have no thumbnails, huh? Damn. I don't think I have any new ones ready. Oh well, we'll just put whatever we got on there. Oh, I got some stuff on here. Alright, y'all, let's get into this match, man. Just get up in there. Hello, how are you? Good morning out there. They changed. They've changed. I'm about to say Facebook. They changed YouTube's layout a little bit, huh? I'm noticing when I'm looking over at my laptop. They changed it a little bit. Society on them. Got not be on them. Crayons. Halloween season. I feel like Halloween season might be Fortnite's best season anymore. I need to clean my bong out. keep forgetting you can build on here. Yeah. Oh no, we lost another person. Cheers, Lee. Hope you're having a good morning there, man. Or good afternoon over there. Wait, yeah, it's AM here. It'd be PM over there. That almost killed me. down. Oh, I didn't know you danced there. You got help. Shit. I'm so late to the party. glitching. What? Oh, GG's. I don't see how I died there. I swear I had good health still. I don't know, maybe one of those guys were explosive that I hit. Blue magic. Lean out your mouth. Stand on something, put your life on it. Think twice on it. Freedom of the line, roll the dice on it. Something, put your life on it. Captions on them. They all got ratchets on them. Alright, I need to blaze for a second, man. I think we're gonna play some Blitz too. Get think twice on it. Freedom of the line, roll the dice on it. The life on it. Freedom of the line, roll the dice on it. Cheers, Brett. No, I haven't heard anything from Lee. I don't have any of his contact, or I would have reached out to the homie. The best news we could have heard was from Koji. If Koji ain't hear nothing, because I believe Toke, but I do believe Toke lost his phone too. So, but he had Koji's number, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I thought that's how they set it up, but he never texted Koji, so Koji couldn't reach out to him to see anything either, though, because I don't think he ever hit Koji up. I hope homie's alright, man. That was pretty intense the other night. Yeah, I didn't either. That was a little, like, whoa. I thought we were about to see the homie actually try it and do it. I could say that I'm very blessed because I've never had any kind of mental problems like that in my life so far. Like, yeah, do I get times where I feel depressed and down? Yeah, like right now, after getting my teeth and being off work for, a little while and that, now catching up on money, yeah, I feel a little depressed knowing that everything that's coming in right now is going straight out and I'm not saving anything yet. But by the end of the month, it'll be back to saving again. It's just now I just need to catch back up a little bit. But other than that, I don't really have any. I know drinking don't help either. I know that from my dad, just seeing that as a kid. The alcohol is definitely not going to help a mental issue, and trying to drown ourselves in alcohol and that. It don't really work. I've seen that firsthand with my dad. It just don't work that way. We think it does. We think it's going to. And sometimes for a while it can, but eventually you hit your breaking point, which I'm very glad to hear. It seemed like Toke was at his breaking point and he realizes that, the weed alone is not helping, and hopefully he can get back to taking his medication, even if it's only taking it like maybe like take it one day, don't take it the next or something like that. Get a system out, or like take half a dose a day instead of a full dose, so you're not completely like fucked up or something off the pills and that, and completely like mind numb. And take half of it instead of a whole one. Maybe that might help. Like a half a dose, even if it's a low dose, just take half of it. I need to go clean out my piece, y'all. Hold on. It's really dirty. think him not going live and talking to us has yeah, I agree, and where he chose to move probably didn't help that being out there in where the fuck is he, Iowa or some or why where one of those fucking I don't even fucking know. I know more about a foreign country than I do about half of west coast of America. I know it's really like not the greatest places. I know out in them places very lonely. I know there's some cool places out in those places to visit, even though you don't think it is. Like, what is it? In like some of like, what is it in the Dakota states? Only like a few 100,000 people live in those whole state like area. Like it's crazy. You think about how big the state of them is. I'm sure if you get to where the hell is he at? Wyoming, Iowa, one of those fucking places. I'm not even sure. But I'm sure if you're in like the main city area, it's probably cool. But once you leave that, it's probably it's kind of like how I think that's how all U.S. is. I know that's how it is here. Like where I'm at, you can drive 30 minutes and you can be in the big city of Pittsburgh. Probably not even a 30-minute drive in a car, something like that. 20-minute. Or you can drive 20, 30 minutes the opposite way and you're going to be in rural farm country, cows and, you know, all that shit. Cornfields and, well, not this time of year now because obviously it's wintertime. You're going into winter, but the cows and stuff are still there, but all the crops and stuff aren't going to be this time of year. You still have all the cows and chickens and pigs and a lot of dairy farms in Pennsylvania. We're really big on dairy. We got a shit ton of dairy farms. And I've said before, if Trump's serious about bringing manufacturing back to America, you have to restart Pittsburgh. It stops and ends with Pittsburgh. Like, I know one time me and Toker had this display because he said, oh, these countries produce more steels. If you Google who has produced the most steel in the world, it's Pittsburgh, period. Like, even though it's not like it used to be here, we still produce a lot. But obviously in its heyday, we still hold the title over every state. Even with them, with more steel mills and more production nowadays, it'll never compete with what we've done. And I don't know if a lot of people realize that every building you see in New York, you see in LA, all these big buildings all across the states, that was built from Pittsburgh steel. All of that shit. New York wouldn't be the city it is if it wasn't for Pittsburgh back in the day. Period. But yeah, I definitely do think him not doing a live stream and talking with us and being with us and stuff, that definitely had something to do with it. That's definitely been his, you know, his therapy, his own therapy. Which I think, you know, doing videos and talking, whether you're doing it for yourself on YouTube or if you're doing it for monetary gain or vice versa, whatever. both. For me, I do it because I want to be able to look back on stuff when I get older. YouTube's always going to be around. It's always going to be a major platform. We've seen other platforms try to come around. If y'all want to know any numbers, TikTok doesn't pay shit. Instagram doesn't even give you fucking contracts. Facebook pays you shit. YouTube pays you a little bit. If people want to be honest about how much money you can make on these, now granted, you can get different brand deals on all different websites and get paid crazy amounts for a brand deal. That's completely different. But if you're talking about actually getting paid from the website, YouTube pays by far the most out of any of them, and it's still shit. Not saying it's great, but it's still, hell, you could get like millions of views on TikTok and make like fucking $20 if you're lucky. With millions of views on YouTube, you're getting thousands. Like, if not tens of thousands, depending on the video format. If it's a short, obviously not as much. But if it's an actual video and you're getting that, you made fucking 15, 20 grand from that. Yeah. But the censorship comes back to, there has to be a standard of what we accept and what we don't accept online. I can see, looking back on it, and I was mad at the time because I was a big YouTube creator, Still City 420, which is what I was originally. And I was mad at the time, but I can see, like, there was tons of channels blowing up, people smoking, doing jack shit, making a bunch of money. We really don't want our kids seeing that, hey, this is the lifestyle. You don't have to do nothing. You can just sit on your ass, smoke weed, and be a productive member of society. And it's like, yeah, that's not what we really necessarily want. Like, and then there was other channels that was wrongfully done. Like, there's this one, what the hell was her name? Secret Hippie, Silenced Hippie, or something. And she was one of the productive weed persons when she got, like, deleted back in the day. She went through college, like, graduated, like, was running her own business along with doing, like, the smoking stuff. Like, I'm like, you attacked her? She was, like, the image of what you would want, like, people to be, like, emulating in that. It's like, okay, this is a chick that smoked weed, got a college degree, doing her own business, and, like, successful. Like, okay, that's okay. But yeah, like, Jolioli sitting there fucking taking 20-gram dab hits and stuff. Like, yeah, obviously we don't want our kids really emulating that, do we? Like, I get the different censorships and stuff, and a lot of it is YouTube covering their ass so they don't get sued. Like with the Logan Paul shit, like, they got sued out the ass by so many companies. People don't even realize that YouTube got hammered when that Logan Paul video went up in the suicide forest, and then they attacked us weed tubers after that. Like, YouTube was getting sued by major corporations, not like some fuck off, like, startup brand. Like, no, they were getting sued by, like, the corporations that fucking run the world, like, that is in every single country. They're getting sued by Coca-Cola, fucking, all these major companies. Like, you're not going to win that. You're going to lose your whole fucking platform if you don't do something. How much is YouTube worth? It's got to be worth trillions. What is the estimated value of the YouTube platform? It's between $475 billion and $550 billion. Holy fuck. More than double the world's companies. The largest media company in the world more than doubled. $1.65 billion Google paid for the platform back in 2006. Dude, Google got that for a steal, man. Holy shit, they only bought... Wow. What a play by Google back then, bro. You mean to tell me you paid $1.65 billion for YouTube back in 2006, and it's worth over fucking 400 to 500 billion dollars? That's crazy, bro. Talk about a lick. That's a fucking lick 'em, stick 'em, rip 'em, flick 'em. Damn. Big ups to Google for that one. Holy shit. That's wild. And that's like another thing with the homie Toke. Shout out to you, bro. I hope you're doing well. But like, he complains about the music and YouTube. It's not YouTube. It's not. It's the record companies that own these people and own the rights to how their music is distributed and played and earned. It's not anything to do with YouTube. Like, yeah, YouTube has to put in a restriction on that, because then they get in trouble for you playing somebody else's record and that record person not getting the money for that, or that record label not getting the money for that song being played and spun, whatever you want to call it. And why Twitch allows it is because if anyone knows, and anyone's been a part of Twitch, they take more than 50% of your earnings. They take about 60% of your earnings on Twitch. YouTube is 30% and 30% of donations and 40% of ad revenue, which is still a lot. Like I said, that's still a lot, and you don't really get paid shit from YouTube, but it's still better than you can get. Now, if you have a big following, yeah, you can make money on any one of those platforms, you know. You can make a lot on Twitch if you have people that follow you, because I think you have to pay for subscriptions on Twitch. Am I wrong about that, or what? I think I'm right about that. I could be wrong. I might have to Google that. Do a fact check real quick, y'all. That's why I don't like to listen to anybody that is signed to a record label. But then some of those ones are like shady. Like, everyone thinks like Tom McDonald is like... Tom McDonald's owned by a record company. He can say that independent shit all he wants. He's owned by a record company. I found that out. Wasn't very hard. You could tell by when you get the copyright claim, even if it's not a strike, they just give you like a little like note that, hey, this song you played is copywritten, blah blah blah. Your channel's not in any strike. But in that print, you can see what caused it, and they'll tell you what the record label company. And it's like, if you're independent, that's not popping up. Or if you're independent and it is popping up, it is because it's your own record company label that you started. No, I don't anymore either. I kind of stopped listening to Tom McDonald once I started realizing what he was doing. He should go back to Canada and make that music for his country. His country needs it more than we do. I mean, our country isn't like... Some areas are bad. Most areas is not bad, man. A lot of it is a little bit of overblown sometimes. And then some of it's not. Like I said, it depends what part of you're at. But like, every part of the world's gonna have its problems. You know, that's everywhere. Just like in every country, you're gonna have your very nice cities, and then you're gonna have your shitty cities. It's all over the United States and the world. Like, you find beautiful cities in China, you can still find crappy cities in China. You know? Find nice cities in Thailand, you can find crappy cities. You know, even over in India. I think even in India, even though we all think they're dirty and nasty, I think in some of the spots they are starting to modernize finally as they're starting to build their industrial plants. So eventually India will be nice over the next 20 years, 20, 30 years. It's going to be a completely different India than we know it now. I think in America we need to start rebuilding. If you stay at any hotels in the U.S. and that, and some of these buildings, very old and outdated. Not saying that the building itself needs to be destroyed, but a lot of this stuff needs to be redone and reworked inside the buildings. Like most of the hotels here in Pittsburgh, it's gonna be like a shower tub combo. And like when I was in the Philippines, that was unheard of. You had a separate tub and you had a separate shower. Like it wasn't combined. Like at the hotels, it was separate. Most of them had a big ass nice bathtub and a shower and obviously a toilet. And most of the time over there, a lot of the toilets was in its own enclosed like little room area where you can close the door and that. Even if it was like a glass see-through door, it was still like, somewhat of privacy versus normal. And the reason why I think things haven't changed in America is up until now, Americans haven't really traveled places. Like Europeans have been traveling forever. Like Europeans are well traveled. Like probably the most well traveled people in the world are Europeans. Like they've traveled everywhere. You figure like the Scandinavians and all the different they've been everywhere. Like, and now us younger millennials and now Gen Z are starting to travel the world, and we're kind of seeing like, hey, why is this nicer in a third world, or I'm sorry, a developing country than it is in our own first world country? Why is this stuff nicer here? Why is it safer in the streets in Metro Manila than it is in my own hometown? Why is there police and security guards, and you go downtown, the only place you'll see a security guard or police is in front of a bank? That's it. They're not walking the streets. They're not intermingled. They're not at corners. They're not. And you go in these places over in Asia and you're like, oh, this is what it means to be like safe. Like, yeah, something can happen, but if something happens, there's this guy over here, him. On this block, there's like 5 armed people, good people with guns, to one bad guy that's gonna get fucked up by these 5 guys. They're gonna shoot his ass. Like, versus here, I can go downtown Pittsburgh and be fucking killed before cops even show up. That's just a fact. And people hate, I don't think Americans want to hear that like that, but it's a straight fact. Like, I just had a buddy that I used to work with down, and he got shot in the neck downtown East Carson Street, Pittsburgh, at 10 o'clock at night. That's not even late. That's like restaurants and stuff is still open at that time. Stores are still open at 10 o'clock. Like, that's not like, 2, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I could see like, okay, yeah, you probably shouldn't have been out at that time. But 10 o'clock at night? Hell, if we were still in the summer months, it barely got dark at 10 o'clock. You still got residual light at 9, 9:30, 10. Like, and somehow we're like numb to it, and it's like, and the people that's traveled, it's like they don't want to listen to us because this is the way America's run, and this is how it's gonna be. It's like, no, why do I go to a hotel and there's no security? When I go over there and there's hotels, there's armed guards with shotguns and AR rifles, and it's like, okay, well, ain't nothing dumb gonna happen here because see the size of this gun. This dude's Been holding it all day. Can't wait to let it go on somebody that acts dumb. Like, I give it up to those police guards, man, because some of them was carrying some big ass guns when I was in the Philippines, man, in front of the like hotels and shit, man. To lug that around for I don't know how long their shifts are doing that. I don't know what kind of shifts they work, but even if you're doing that for just 8 hours, lugging that big ass rifle around, standing there and walking, back and forth and stuff, that's heavy, man. Plus with your vest on and shit, and your other like accessories and stuff, man. In that heat, man, I give it to them right there, man. Cause I stepped outside, man. You're just soaking wet, and I was okay with it. I knew that I'd go in there. It was gonna be hot and humid. Like, if you're gonna be mad about that, don't go somewhere. Like, you gotta accept it and deal with it. And it's always humid in Pittsburgh, so like right now, let's see, what's the humidity? What's the weather and humidity? See, right now it is 37 degrees with 95% humidity. So, yeah, Well, it looks like next week is really gonna dip off with only 50s as the high and 30s at night. 75 tomorrow. That's going to be nice. That's going to be our last nice day. It looks like it. So for me, the humidity's not a problem. Like, it's cold and we got 95% humidity. Like, cheers to the four in the chat. Hope you're all having a good one. Cheers, Brittany. Hope you're having a good start to your day. You work today, Brittany? Oh, yeah, you do. It's Friday, huh? And that's one of the things too. Like, if you want to get one of your songs to register as a hit song, like a platinum or a gold, you have to have some kind of deal before you put that album out. You have to sign some kind of deal with a company. It's just what everyone's got to do, even if you're independent. Yeah, I'm off today and off tomorrow to go back to work Sunday morning. We're back on the original 10-hour days. I don't think we're going to be back to overtime until probably the end of November, going into December, and then all December is going to be hustle, hustle, grind, grind, sleep and work, sleep and work. Yeah, for real. It is like that, Brittany. That's right, Brittany. You're on the East Coast too, right? Or mid. I think the whole East Coast deals with humidity. That's why I wasn't like too blown away by it when I hit the Philippines. Like, yeah, it was hotter than what I came from. Yeah, okay. So you're in the Northeast then. Yeah, we get humidity, man. We get humidity like we're down in Florida and shit. It's so weird. Like, you would think all the way up here we wouldn't be getting that. Like, it's like the whole East Coast gets it. Even as far north as fuck where you're at in Vermont gets it. You know what I mean? That's crazy when you think about it. Give me those ocean eyes. When you give me those ocean eyes, I cry. When you give me those ocean eyes. Paid attention to during the winter when it kills you. That's why, like, if you, I'm sure you get wet snow too, right? That's usually the reason, because the humidity be high, so you get the wet snow. That's usually what causes that, like, heavy wet snow we get up here sometimes. Monster. No, nothing with that 9 Ruger. When I drive to ya. When I do ya. We got light in. We need ammo. Get out the fucking air, bitch. No, what? I guess I get hit after that crap. And that's why too, when sometimes when it snows too in the winter, it's not as cold because it's so high humidity. You go outside and everything's like dripping when it's like 30 degrees, 28, and you're like, why is everything like melting? Like, what the hell? Like, and then you go out there and it's like, it's not even really that cold though. Like, it's that damn humidity so high. Boom X. Facts. New straps. They got me that Glock pistola, boy. Got me that Glock pistola, boy. Damn, cuz he blasted the shit out me, boy. Yeah, you suck at life, bro. Okay, we're not gonna watch it. Blitz ain't that fast no more, huh? Yeah, let's take a hit, everybody. We need a hit after that one. Oh, we need something out here. We don't have nothing broken up and ready yet. Let's get some of those animal mitts going. Cheers to the 5 up in here, man. Hope y'all having a good one out there, man. We're just chilling right now. We're just playing some Blitz. We played some of the, what did we make it? Like level 4 or 5. We're playing with randoms, though. I would like to play the demon mode with the homies. That's like one of the modes I actually do like playing. It's not one of the ones that I don't mind. I kind of feel like Halloween has really become like Fortnite's best time of year, really. That's when all the good modes come back out and stuff. Cheers, Lee. We have to go watch the homies video. Let me click on that since I'm on my other account on my other phone here. How's the weather over there this time of year, man? Oh, look at the kitties on the street. Look at them big fish just chilling. Is that catfish? Looks like catfish, no? Yeah, I need to get back to making some more shorts. Yo, y'all are so lucky in Asia. Y'all got the best ramen stuff. Like, I remember when I was over there, we had this one I had, and I'm pretty picky, but it was a, it was one, and man, it was really good. I need to try some more ramen next time I'm over there. Cause the 7-Elevens be popping, man. Like y'all have no idea. Like we think like I don't know. Like we got like Sheets and like Speedway gas stations here, and they be popping because they got like foods and stuff. Man, 7-Eleven in Asia be fucking popping, man. Like that was like one of the best places to go. Like I do think next time if I go back to Kendaya Resort, I think I'm gonna do more local though, because there was some shops up there that I definitely should have gave a chance. At least like if we're buying just like drinks and a snack, we definitely should have just went to like the local spot and helped out the local business instead of like 7-Eleven. I do realize that now looking back at that. And most of the time, them products were cheaper there too. So definitely gonna do that next time. Go more locations like that. Oh yeah, like the Japanese ramen. Well, it depends. Like they have like their packs of ramen are way different over there. Like they have like chunks of like stuff in them, like vegetables and meats and stuff. Like it's not like our boxed ramen here, the stupid little pouches and stuff. I think they do have those versions as well, and they're like dirt cheap compared to what they used to. I remember you used to get those like a 12 pack of ramen at Dollar General or Family Dollar when I was a kid for $1, a whole 12 pack. Now those are like multiple bucks, like $4 or something, or $3 or something, shit like that for a 12 pack. It used to be such a cheap meal here. You can add that shit. You didn't even have to cook it. Like you could just use the noodles for something, you know, like mix it in with like make like a fucking cheap stir fry type thing, you know, with those noodles and that, and some like chicken and other stuff or whatever meat or something. Throw it all in a pan once the noodles are cooked and shit. To stretch your meal with that, you add like a pack or two of ramen and some chicken and some seasoning and some vegetables and that. That's a whole meal right there, man. Just fry them noodles up in the pan with all that sauce and good shit from the chicken. Shit, that's making me hungry right now. More robberies. Less trapping, more robberies. Drought came. That felt good cracking my back, yeah. That thing just popped and snapped real good. Pop and snap real good. But I do need to, even my girl said I need to try real ramen, like the Japanese ramen. And there was a lot of places there that had it. I'm gonna have to try it this time. Go to one of those spots for it. Man, they have this one killer Italian place. They're big in Mexico. It's like a Mexican Italian restaurant because they were huge in Mexico. When I googled it, there was like a there was like a few in Texas, I think, and then most of them were like Mexico Italianes. Whew. Dude, this place is so good, yo. So damn good. The spices and the sauce, like, oh my god, that's how red sauce should taste, like that. Like, that was spaghetti sauce right there. That's one of the places I actually cannot wait to go. There's one right at the mall at Newport City, and I'll be landing at Terminal 3, so I'll be able to use the runway straight over just like last time. Makes it easy. You don't have to worry about no taxi or Lyft ride from the airport. Just walk up to level 3 or 4 and boom, take the walkway across the highways above the sky bridge. I guess you call it a sky bridge. It's usually air conditioning, depending on what time. Like me, I landed what, like 5 a.m. It was not. They did not have the air conditioning running that early. But I'm sure if you like 8 a.m. to probably like evening time, sometime like 10, 11, maybe, it's probably still cool throughout the day there. I'm nervous about going to Tokyo though. I ain't gonna lie. Just because like I'm gonna I need to call ahead to the since I booked through American Airlines, maybe I'll call them first and see, and then call Japan Airlines just to see like everything I looked up, it doesn't look like I need any kind of documents to enter Japan. As long as because we're Americans get 90-day visa free entry in Japan, but usually you do have to fill out something online. It's just like information just to let them know who you are and that you're entering the country. Basically, it's free. It's just like a simple like filling out information like you would at like a doctor's office or something, like just simple basic like who you are, your age, blah blah blah. Nothing like personal, like they don't want like your social security or none of that kind of stuff. They just want like your passport number, your ID, like just your information. It's usually free. Stinker Dinkers is on? That's gotta be his little boy at this time of day. Stinker's still on? What the fuck? No way. Stinker Dinkers? I almost want to send them a notification just to. I don't know. Stinker. I don't know. I don't know if he was there or not, so I just left. Might be his little boy playing. just like the whole entry process and how that's gonna go. That's a little. I don't know. When you go somewhere for the first time, it's a little nerve wracking. I don't know, especially at airports because you're usually like, "Oh, where am I going?" Blah blah blah. But since I've been to San Francisco airport, I'm not really too worried about it. And this is gonna be the first time I leave it because I'm going a day early, and I'm gonna stay at the Hyatt Hotel, which is actually on a free train line from the airport. The hotel is expensive as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like almost 400 or like $400 a night. But I do have on my one card a $200 credit, so I think I'm gonna use that. That way, it's only gonna be like $200 out of pocket, and it'll make it the convenience. But the way you gotta look at it too, like yeah, that's expensive. And I've seen other hotels down the street that's like 200. They were on the other side where you're gonna have to take a Lyft or an Uber, and from San Francisco's region, you're talking California prices. You're gonna have to take that Uber from the airport to that hotel, and then the next morning book another Uber or Lyft or whatever to the airport again. So that price alone, doing that, is gonna bring it to that like $360 range that the Hyatt cost anyways. And that way, you literally just take the train that's at the terminal. You take the train, and it takes you straight to the different stops of where you need to go, and it takes you right to that hotel. So, and it's free. That train ride's free. So the Hyatt kind of can price what they want because one, it's super convenient because you're literally right in that air. I think they called it an air train, that air train line. And yeah, you're gonna pay $300-400 a night, but you can go to that one that's in a shady side of San Francisco. You're gonna spend $200 a night, and you gotta pay to get from the airport and back. So that price alone is gonna jack you up to that 300-400 range anyway. So you know. That's nice. That's funny, Rip. I'm surprised Irish Angel ain't over here this morning. She's usually one of the first people that's because of that time difference. They're already at what is it, like 5 hour difference, I think. So it's already like 1 in the afternoon there. 12, 1. Same with the Darksters, but I think the Darksters was with the missus this weekend. Somehow he hobbled his way out of his place, I think. How did we go from 6 viewers to 1? What kind of shit is that? How the hell did that even just like randomly happen? It's saying it's 4. On the one thing it just said 1. That's so weird. I don't know what's going on. Is that my Stinker Madinkers? Is he on? That's what I figured, Stinkers. That's why I joined and I left, because I'm like, I don't think that was Stinkers. I'm like, I'm not sure. Stinkers, are you still up? Did you even sleep last night, brother? Oh, that's right. No, you're getting used to the fucking... That's right. You gotta get used to the slave graveyard shift that's this week. That's right. So you stayed up. My graveyard brother. Graveyard life is so nice, isn't it, Stinkers? Nice 12-hour shift starting, and then you just in a warehouse just hating yourself. Love the money, but you hate being there. That's such a fucking... I don't even know. That's such a... Like, what got me through last week was I looked at every day I was there. I'm like, okay, that's $283. That's $283. That's $283. Just get through the day. It's $283. And then the overtime kicks in, and you're like, okay, well, fuck, I'm now making like 400, so I'm gonna fucking be here. I don't care if my fucking mind or body's not here. I'm here. Full zombie mode. You're like, oh, you slept from 2 to 7? Oh, fuck, stinkers. You ain't gonna make it, bro. You're gonna be fucking sleeping in the fucking break room. Yours is hard, though, how it switches like that, man. That is hard. This last one was hard for me because I'm used to waking up about midnight and then going in at 1. I usually leave the house about 1. And I'm there for the start at 1:15 and gone at 11:50. But when we're doing that, and it was only a 2-week stretch, you want me to wake up at like 10:45, 10:50 at night and be there by 12 a.m. and then leave at 12:30 p.m. You expect me to adjust my whole schedule for 2 weeks only? No, 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 no. Now for November and Christmas, yes, I will be there every day on time and do it. That's a whole month. That's different than switching my life for a week and a half. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna wake up my normal uh, 11:45 at night, 12 o'clock, and then I'll be there at 1 o'clock, bud. Like, cheers to the 7 in the chat. Hope you're all having a good one. Hope you got that slick back with the Big Mac. Dude, that's how it is, stinkers. That's how warehouse life is, man. You're gonna make a bunch of money, but you're gonna hate yourself. It was real rough, bro. Like, when I took my trip, it wasn't rough because a 12-hour difference. I'm used to being up at this time. I'm still at work. I'm just going on my last break at somewhere 8:15, 8:30. My last 15-minute break. Over in the Philippines, this is 8 o'clock at night. So it's the same time. I'm up during the day there is my graveyard shift here. So it wasn't different. But when I got my teeth operated on and I was down and out, y'all, it was so hard because I was staying up to midnight and sleeping till like 8, 9 in the morning or so and enjoying a normal like life for like 2 weeks. It was so hard to get back on my schedule, y'all. It really, that was the first time I've done that where I took time off and I was on normal US time. I could never take a month off and go back to like I have to go, like if I'm taking a trip I have to go across the world where the time zone is the exact opposite. Like I can't take a normal vacation. It has to be somewhere in Southeast Asia where the times match my sleeping schedule and wake time here. Like if I went down to Florida for a month, oh dude, there's no way I could get back on that routine of that graveyard shift. That would be rough. Fuck, 2 weeks was horrible, man. The one day I had to stay up, you should have seen me, man. I was in my fucking chair. I was like fucking shaking. I was like twitching, keeping myself up through the night. You know, like it was bad to get readjusted. Yeah, make sure you sleep in the car on break, bro. Set an alarm though. There'd be mad boys in the parking lot sleeping in their cars on break, bro. It'd be fucking wild. Some boys just fucking pass out like for a minute. The one day there, my one boy, I was like, man, I came out there. It was like 7:30. I got some VTO like a couple of weeks ago, and left at like 7:30. And my boy was out there passed out in his car. There's like three other people passed out in his car with him, all just sleeping. I'm like, bro, I didn't know whether to wake you or what, bro. Like, I was like, I didn't know if you were gonna get fired because you were just like, you don't have no time on your shit or nothing. I don't know, like, but I was like, I didn't know what to do when I came out there and seen you sleeping. And I was like, you got the car running and everything. He was like, man, it's hot as fuck in there. Four of us in there sleeping, man. I had to have the AC on. I was dying. Sometimes I can deal with the next November, I'm 2 years, so I'll get another raise. So I'll be like, I think close to like 25 an hour or so, I think. So that means when I get those $5 incentives on those days, that'll be straight 30 plus overtime on it. Shit. What's half of 25? 1250? 1250, that'd be 32.50 plus a $5 incentive on it. Retarded. That's crazy. That's crazy. Take those power naps. Take those power naps. Everyone noticed the trees and stuff changing? The colors are starting to look good. I noticed it the other day. I was driving down the waterfront, and they got these really nice trees set up along the bike trail path there, and it like loops with the road and that. And yeah, they was all looking nice colored already. Got reds and oranges and yellows and all that. It'd probably be cool to check out the Poconos during fall. Have you ever done that, Stinkers? You ever went up to Poconos during like the autumn like color changes? We got a couple places out here. We have a Mingo Park. We have Round Hill. It's like farm and like a bunch of like it goes up in levels and it has like parks. Every level has a park. You go like all the way up like this like basically mountain that they turned into like a park, I guess. Pretty cool. I remember going there when I was a kid. My mom was sleeping. We'd put a blanket down. I'd be playing with like my RC toys and stuff and that, and my mom just like passing out, taking a nap. Oh yeah. Oh, they haven't been doing much traveling, huh? There's this one couple I watched and they haven't been traveling. The holistic trainer. He's from Australia and she's Thai. That's actually one of the reasons I got for going to the Kendaya Resort because of their video. And I was like, wow, this place looks amazing, yo. was like, yo, you get your own pool villa and shit. That was like one of the reasons that I chose that place when we went to Cebu. I was like, yo, we have to do it. I was like, I don't care the price, like we just got to do it. And really, 220 a night for a pool villa right on the beach, like, dude, you get, like I said, I'm about to spend like close to about 400 for a shit hotel at the airport in San Francisco. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I say that's like nothing for like that kind of luxury, a 5-star fucking, you know, we had what breakfast. It included the breakfast every morning. Um, you can use the paddle boats there. They had like basketball courts, like tennis courts, like archery, like some of that stuff you had to pay for, like ATV park, horseback. Like some of those things, obviously, you're gonna have an additional fee for, but like some of the stuff was like the game room, like I believe like the basketball court was free because the basketball was just laying there. It wasn't like nothing like, and the paddle boats were free, and obviously like they had jet skis and stuff. Like you had to rent that, but like they had a lot of free stuff that came with it though. Like the paddle boats were cool. We was out there paddling. It was in my vlog of the Kendaya Resort. What was I looking for on my phone? I was looking for something now. Oh, I was looking to see if they've traveled. 'Cause that was on her channel of them building her house there in Thailand. What the hell was their name? Holistic. Well, stinkers, you getting on after the kiddos go to? Here's Ava. Wow, 10 months. Thank you so much. Wow. It's the longest I've had my monetization. The last time I got in trouble for something that wasn't even like my fault. I need to find some other games to play with and hang out with everyone. I should have probably just got on GTA and played that. That would have been funner than like hanging out on Fortnite. I don't know. I'm kind of over Fortnite. Like, I don't know. It's just not the. I don't feel the same about it anymore. Holy moly! Thank you, brother. Damn. How's everybody's evening going over in the Philippines? How's the earthquakes? Has they calmed down now? 'Cause I was seeing and my girl, we were talking about a lot of it because it was happening like in in the Cebu and further south and Davao, Davao, Davao. Cheers to the 10 in the chat. Thank you. Just hanging out, just relaxing. I wish I could just cut right to some Grand Theft Auto, but it'll end the stream if I do that. Which I hope maybe on the next generation of consoles that's fixed. Did they take out that weird mode everyone was playing? The Luzo, whatever the fuck it was called? The Lulus? Boo-boos? The Lulus? I will only be on for like another half hour, y'all. And I'll be,
I'm gonna play the 2 games in this game, and then I'm gonna get it, and then I'm gonna get off, because I'm trying to...
it's all crap guns. Oh my goodness, thank you. Oh snap. I'm listening to my one buddy. He said, "You're white like me," and he's like, "I'm not white." finding that area of this hill. Oh, let me heal fully and get my shield before the storm comes. Come on. Bastard. Oh no! Oh shit, he's right on me. Oh, by myself now. Get out of here, you ugly creep. Oh, what weapons did he have? Did he have anything going on his body? Oh yeah, he had this joint. Let's get it, y'all. Oh, what the hell? Run up on me, cuz! I hit you with the bumper, 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 bump. I'll hit y'all with that. Y'all can't do that. Bitches jumped over your motherfucking head, cuz. He ain't get another blaster like that. Well, I'm gonna be getting ready to go here in a little bit, y'all. Got some stuff to, an errand to run. I'll be back on later probably. No, I almost had it solo, dude. I almost had him. I should have picked up another long gun. I would have definitely had him. Oh well. Can't win them all, right? I like that mode. That's fun. I'd like to play that with the homies, man. I think we'd have a lot of fun playing that. I know a lot of them like to play the regular mode, but I think I'm equipping that. Because that's funny, that meat grinder thing for Halloween. Cheers, Irish Angel. How's it going? We were talking about you before, yeah. I'm surprised you weren't here earlier. I'm kind of winding down here for now. I'm gonna be back on later, but I got an errand to run here in a little bit. I think $155 million a year wide receiver putting up 50 yards is the reason. That's one thing when I've watched a lot of that pizza when the people were in like Italy and stuff. Pizza over there sucks, and it's like when you think about it, well, that's like because all the people were Italian back in the day. They migrated to the U.S. back in the fucking 30s, 40s, 50s, and no one over there knows how to make a real fucking pizza no more. They all moved, they could, and their kids moved, so the parents couldn't teach them over there. I've seen some shitty pizzas when I saw some vlogs there. Alright, everybody. Sorry about that. I was downstairs. I actually ate. Sorry about that, yeah. I actually got some food. I had to catch up to what's going on in the chat. Sorry. I'm going to be leaving, though, in a second, y'all. Got my errands to run on a Friday morning. And I'll get home and relax. Maybe even go to bed at my normal time, I think, maybe, because I'm kind of tired today. Let's see what was going on in the chat there. Yeah, me too. As far as I know, I don't think he has contacted anybody because I think he lost his phone. He had his laptop. Yeah, he had a laptop. I seen his post about him going to get help. Hopefully he just checked himself in and is getting the help. I think he's realized now that the self-medication didn't really go the way. You can only get to some point where the weed starts kind of working against you when you have actual problems that need further treatment than just smoke a joint or drink a beer and forget about it. Sometimes that just don't work when things have mounted. Okay, my order's ready at the thing. Yeah, I think I'm about to go to the ATM in a second here. I hope so. Dolls. Yeah, I feel the same way there. Irish Angel 69. That's fucking hilarious. I didn't even realize their thing was 69. Now we know why we call you Irish Angel. Because you can get to it from the 69 position. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna wind down here. I'll probably be back on later. It felt good to be back today. Let's see what we've had today. We have 45 viewers throughout the stream. We peaked at about 9, 10, 9, 8. Yeah. And now we're down to two of y'all, I think. Two or three left. So yeah. Appreciate that. Appreciate the super chats, the memberships. Um, I, if we're coming back later, we're gonna do something different. I think we're gonna play some GTA or something because I don't want to. It's getting a little boring, Fortnite. I ain't gonna lie. Now, when there's a couple people on, cool, but when it's like solo, kind of boring. You know what I mean? I think that's another thing that really didn't help when Lee was like, "No, I want to play solo. I want to play solo," and it's just like, bro, you need to hang out with the homies, though. You know what I mean? That was another thing where I wish he would have just realized that, like, yeah, dude, but you need to hang out with the homies. If one of them's just pissing you off in that moment, just mute them for that and talk to everybody else or something like that. There's sometimes I do that when like things are going on in the background where I'm just like, all right, I'm not listening to this. Like, smoking on that kush, whipping that cocaine, which I'm about to cook. Wanna sell drugs, follow my footsteps, then you'll receive cane at your doorstep through the mail. Do the mail, do the mail, do the mail, do the mail, do the mail. Cheers, everybody. I'm taking last hit here and hopping off, y'all. Catch y'all in a little bit. Maybe we'll come back, like I said, with some GTA or something else. Maybe we'll check out Red Dead Online if Tony's up. Jump on that with him. Ooh, yeah. Cuz, Omatic. Peace, everybody.